With sails that compete with the colors of the rainbow, it's hard not to spot the catamaran sailing across the lake, even from a distance. A closer look is all it takes to see that there is a lot more than just colorful sails to these boats. They have two hulls, and they seem to be moving faster than anything else in the water that is under sail. Sitting on the beach and watching the boat sail by is one way to spend a warm, sunny day. Being part of a regatta where you're racing for points and a chance to go on a national competition, well, that's another. This is a Hobie Cat Regatta. For all you land lovers, a regatta is a boat race. A Hobie is a manufacturer's brand name, and cat is short for catamaran, which is a boat with two hulls. There are over 120,000 Hobie cats throughout the world. And from Maine to California, there are over 300 Hobie fleets, or boat clubs. Since the first Hobie was sold 13 years ago, it has become the most popular catamaran sold worldwide. And finding a group of Hobie owners that want to race is no problem at all.
Oh, it's just a challenge, something different, a little more get out there and try and beat the other guy.
I really enjoy just the social aspect of it, the fun, the good time that's involved, you know.
It's a balance as far as I'm concerned. I've been racing for about 10 years now. And never gotten any better, but that's where the fun part comes in. I guess that's what really keeps me coming back.
A typical regatta is a two-day event that is a blend of light-hearted good times on the beach and plenty of good stiff competition in the water. It all starts where boat and crew register to race. Since this is a points regatta or sanctioned race, some of the entrants have driven over 300 miles to be here. Each skipper is given identification for his boat and a course chart that he or she will need to refer to during the race.
There's not going to be any questions asked. They won't be answered anyway. So pay attention.
The skipper's meeting is a brief and informal meeting that helps to clarify the details of the event to all the entrants. Information such as where the start line will be, the order of races, and an explanation of special signals are given. Since the first race starts shortly after the skipper's meeting, within minutes after it's ended, boats and crews are shoving off and heading out to the committee boat.
Right on, bingo.
If you're wondering how boats race around a lake where there aren't any roadways or landmarks to follow, it's really quite simple. Marks or buoys are placed in the water to act as reference points. Each mark is lettered, so each one can be identified. On the committee boat, a number followed by either a P or S is posted. If the number is 2 and the letter is P, the boats run course 2 to port, which is going around marks A, B, and C, keeping them on the left-hand side of the boat. If a different number followed by an S is posted, the boats run a different course to starboard, passing all marks on the right-hand side of the boat. When the flag goes up on the committee boat, the race begins. The boats are divided into 3 classes, which are determined by length. The crews are divided into 2 categories, novice and expert. Each boat will compete in 4 races over the 2 days of the regatta. Now the object is to accumulate as few points in each race as possible. If you're lucky enough to finish first in a race, you receive only 1 point. Second, you'll get 2, third place 3 points, and so on. Then all the points from the best 3 out of 4 races are added and averaged so that a winner can be determined in each category. For fuel, a sailboat uses the force of the wind against the sails to slide through the water. A windless day is a sailor's lament, and by the end of the first race there were quite a few melancholy sailors.
Like this, I hate sailing in light winds.
Really, a lot of today is kind of lucky.
It'll get better though. I'd say probably around 1 o'clock the winds ought to get stronger. It'll be... You'll see some action then.
Fortunately, the winds did pick up, and so did the action. A catamaran is to the world of sailing what a sports car is to the world of driving. Because they have two hulls, they draft less water than a boat with just one hull, making them faster. And they say they're more stable. But hang on anyway, because the ride can be both wet and wild. Just because you capsize doesn't mean that you're out of the race. If you can right the boat, you can get right back into the action. After 2 days of racing and the last boat has crossed the finish line, the points are tallied and the winners awarded trophies.
First place went to Jimmy and Jack and Song.
The losers have only their sun-burnt, bruised, and battered bodies to take home. But the losers, the winners, and even those of us that sat on the beach and watched those colorful boats in the lake have one thing in common: the next regatta to look forward to.